That's what I mean. I'm pretty sure the average person doesn't deny what the plain meaning is. They translate pashat as the simple meaning, plain meaning, literal meaning. So for me, because I'm always trying to make a distinction between what's actually in the Torah and what's from the rabbis, I'll say that the Torah perspective is the literal Torah perspective, commentaries and midrashim aside. The person would have to be pretty fanatical to deny, and I've debated many of these people, that a plain passage in the Torah is saying more than it's actually saying. This is this Israeli guy who trolls me. This guy, Lion of Judah. He heard me say that the idea that Jewishness comes from the mother is rabbinic. And he's like, oh, whatever, you're a dummy. Don't you know it's in the Torah? And I'm like, no, it's not in the Torah. When they gave that ruling, like Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai gave that ruling, he pointed to a verse in the Torah as evidence for his ruling, which is that statement in Deuteronomy. It says, don't marry your sons off to their daughters because it's going to lead them away. That's an argument. That's evidence for this rabbi's argument, who came to the conclusion. There's different opinions. Rabbi Akiva, in terms of even what makes you a mamzer, he brings in the mother and the father. And I mentioned before, there's an opinion in Talmud Yerushalmi that there's a Tana who believed that Jewishness was from the father. So it's for sure a rabbinic thing, but only because they bring a proof from the Torah doesn't mean it's in the Torah. It's called an asmachta, is that they'll come up with a law and then they'll find something in the Torah that sounds like it to justify it. Or they read a verse from a devotional perspective and come to the conclusion that this might mean that. And this is when the rabbis in the Talmud would argue. But that doesn't mean that it literally came from the Torah. That's one example how someone could take a literal verse in the Torah and say that this commands us to do this or commands us to do that.